name of our business is Making Money for Teens, and it's a teen financial education business for teenagers to help them start becoming more financially independent and responsible, not always having to rely on their parents' money and finances for the stuff they may want and need. And so we have products that we've created. We have a CD series. We recently published 2 books that teaches them just how they can start preparing for their future and avoid money problems as they get older.
Daddy, you said you wanted to be a pilot when you grew up. Daddy, you said when you were young, you used to fly around the house acting like you were in an airplane. You said your dream was to become a pilot. All you ever thought about was becoming a pilot. Daddy, why did you go to college? Daddy, why do you have to keep fixing that broke car over there? Daddy, why can't you just buy a new car? Daddy, why do we have to live in this community over here? Daddy, why can't I have my own car when I turn 16? Why can't I have my own room? Daddy, why didn't you follow your dreams? Daddy, why didn't you follow your dreams? Children ask their parents a lot of questions. Some questions they don't ask, some questions they won't ask. The father speaks, son, daughter. The real reason why I didn't go to college was because when I was your age, those C's, even B's, and D's that you were making, I was making too. I didn't understand the importance of grades. You know that algebra you don't like? You know that chemistry you don't like? That Shakespeare you're supposed to read that you don't want to read? I didn't read it either. I didn't want to do it either. It wasn't that I couldn't do it, but I chose not to do it because I didn't understand the purpose of it. And because of that, when it was time to go to college, I didn't have a high enough GPA. I didn't have a high enough score on the ACT. I didn't excel in the way I was supposed to excel. And because of that, I am where I am today, working a job I don't like, doing what I don't want to do. I wish I could give you more, but I can't go back and change the past. Each and every last one of you can change your future. Snapshot! 13 years old, 14 years old, snapshot, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, snapshot. Within moments, high school will be over. You will be full-grown adults. Either you did your best or you didn't do your best. If you scored high enough on the ACT or SAT or you didn't. If you read those books you were supposed to read or you borrowed your homework from your friend. If you did what your parents told you to do or you didn't. If you did your best or you didn't. Snapshot!
Morgan Park Academy on the south side of Chicago.
Okay, well, my name is David Williams. I'm 19 years old. I'm a junior at Grinnell College, it's a small liberal arts school in Iowa. And I'm now a licensed financial consultant. But my story, how I got started, I've been kind of teaching or speaking about financial literacy to youth and teens, and actually adults, since I was about 9 years old. So I'm about 10 years in the game right now. And my story is I actually got started. I bought my first stock share of Nike when I was 5 years old, which is kind of my story. It kind of blends a lot with my message that I try to teach. Because as young people, especially as young African Americans, it's very easy to get caught up as a consumer. So how I got started investing was as a consumer. So I was a passionate basketball player pretty much since I was a fetus, growing up in Chicago.
Wow, that must have been painful for your mom.
Oh yeah, the crossover's been nasty. So what happened was, growing up in the 90s, as a young basketball fan, you had to have the latest Jordans every time they came out, which is like every 9 months. So I had feet that were growing really fast, and I was still asking for a $75, $80 pair of shoes at 4 and 5 years old. So my mom kind of saw that this was a troubled path that I was going down. Or maybe she was just tired of buying the shoes, so she challenged me and said, you can't get another pair of shoes, Nike shoes or Jordan shoes or anything, until you save up to buy a share of Nike stock.
You're gonna have ups and downs in your life. If you can really motivate yourself to go after your dream, it's going to pay lots of dividends later down the line. Not only is it going to be good to have self-motivation, but also you can surround yourself by individuals that are also going to help promote you, lift you up, and allow you to excel and realize your dream. One thing that I've seen that was very fortunate, or very beneficial to me, is getting mentors on my way to get to the aviation industry. A lot of times, in most cases, you're going to have people that have already gone where you're trying to get to. So if you can get professionals that are already out in the industry or the different field that you're trying to go into, and can kind of take them under their wing, get them to kind of help you along. Me specifically, I've gotten really hand in hand with the organization of Black aerospace professionals. Got a lot of mentors within there, people that have gone off and are off in the aviation industry already, and without them, I don't know where I would be. So I mean,
well, our company is called Making Money for Teens, and it's a financial education company where we teach kids and teens how they can invest in the stock market and how they can start their own businesses and become financially literate today. And we started that company last year, and we actually first started our first company at the age of 10 together, and it was called Kids Toys Inc. And for about 4 years, we've been doing this for a long time.
A long time, 4 years. Have you all come into questions of failure and not succeeding, and what might hold you all back, or your peers back? What advice do you give them?
Well, I would say everybody experiences failure at some time in their life or in their career. But the important thing is that you learn from it. You don't stick on it. But when you have failure, when you do experience that, you don't let it get you down, and don't let it make you doubt yourself, but that you learn from it and make it, let it become you better. And so me and Brandon have definitely had failures in our 4 years of experience. We've had times where we just didn't think that would be good to keep going, that we should give up on what our passion was and try to find something new. But we stuck to it, and we have a lot of commitment to what we do and to the teens and kids that we help. And so we're committed to not let our failures get us down, but to help it make us better. Yeah, me and Jordan both struggle with managing our business sometimes because we have to manage school and extracurricular activities, but we've learned that we have to set our priorities straight and make sure that we have everything we need in our business done before we start working on like going out with our friends and different things like that. But if you're really dedicated to becoming a DJ and using that as a career, then you have to manage your priorities now and be able to set your schedule so that you have to have sacrifices. You may not be able to go out with your friends and go to the movies all the time. You may have to work on whatever you want to do for your career, but you have to manage your priorities now so that you can have a successful future.
You can do whatever you want to do with your life, that's possible. But it definitely, I don't think it's a matter of what your parents feel like you should do, but figure out your own passions. Take different paths, take different classes, read books, like Ryan said, read a book sometimes. It's okay to read a book, guys. It's okay.
I wish everybody could grow up with two great parents, two great role models. They have great jobs, live in a great community. That's not reality for everyone. Whether you're raised by a single mother struggling with whatever, whether you're raised in foster care, whether you go to a bad school, no matter what the situation is, you have to learn to bloom where you are planted. There has never been a diamond that didn't come from the dirt. There has never been a rose. There's nothing more beautiful than a rose that grew from a beat-up sidewalk. There's never been a champion without a testimony. You are that diamond. You are that rose. You are that champion. You have to make it. You have to bloom where you are planted. Don't make any excuses. Those may be reasons, but do not allow them to be your excuse. You can be whoever you want to be. Step into your dream, connect to your dream, connect to your future, work out a plan, and go after it. You are the dream, you are the success story, you are the future. Be it. And I'm gonna finish right now.
know whose idea it was, let Brian go.
It was Brian who stepped out there. Nobody else said, I might as well go because I know Brian's going to leave me. You know.
Well, he pretty much said a lot, but for me, I would honestly say surround yourself with positive people. They say birds of a feather flock together. If you're going to be a bird of any feather, let it be an eagle. Let it be not the bird that can't get off the ground. Don't be the chicken, be the eagle. That's
Just echo what she just said. That's exactly the route that I was going to go down. Is surrounding yourself by positive individuals. Probably the best thing you can do for yourself. Again, going back to the fact that having motivation in yourself is number one. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything. But having positive individuals around you just makes it that much easier. It's really difficult to do everything by yourself. We do live in a society in which you need other people to move forward. So keeping your relationships in good standing and being able to draw on them in your times of need will pay dividends throughout your entire life. So something I recommend is don't burn any bridges, be nice to as many people as possible, and surround yourself by positive individuals.
Usually when I speak, my closing message is that if I can do it, so can you. Today, it has a broader definition, so make your own it. It doesn't have to be stocks or finances, but just know that I'm nothing special. I'm not a genius. I'm not a whiz kid. Just because I'm up here in a suit doesn't make me any different from anyone else. And I think it's easy to be a spectator and clap and say, oh, good for them. They're so wonderful to see, Brandon and Jordan say, oh, they're so cute in their little outfits. But to know that Brandon and Jordan are normal kids that work hard and that you can start your own business at 10 and 14 years old. And just know that, don't just be a spectator, be a doer. Go out and whatever it is, just take action with that.
I want to encourage all of you guys to think and set your dreams and goals now, even at a young age, and write them down also. I'll always remember that our basketball coach would make us type out all of our goals and print them out, bring them to practice, read them to each other, and then when we went home, he would make us print out multiple copies, have to stick them on our mirror, on our bed, everywhere on our front door, in the kitchen, so that everywhere we went in the house, we'd always be reminded of what our goals and aspirations are. And it's also great to have someone with you, a friend or your parents to help you and keep you accountable for your goals and what you want to achieve in the future.
Like you said, follow your passions, what you have today. Kind of identify what you like to do and kind of pursue that. And also, keep your parents and your mentors close because they're going to help you throughout your everyday life. So we need to be able to have those people in your life, and they're going to push you to do the great things that you're going to pursue in your life.
A little bit more about myself. I recently graduated from Western Michigan University from their aviation college. Got my commercial pilot's license, so keeping on going through the steps and getting into airlines. If you listen to the lyrics at the beginning of the song, it really makes you think about how it's really easy to fall off track of your dreams. Sometimes you get really demoralized, you feel like you can't go on anymore, there is no hope, and you wind up just tracking off to something else. One thing I can definitely attest to, and something that I've heard a lot of times, is if you're not an entrepreneur or doing something like these guys are doing over here, and you do work a normal job, it's not going to feel like work to you if it's doing something that you love to do. In my case, I've had the passion I want to fly all my life, so I've taken kind of those low areas and used it as a motivation to move forward and go after my different goals.
So I got a job with Avis Budget Group, and a few days before I was about to move to my apartment in Jacksonville, I got let go. And I called my parents and I said, Mom, Dad, I don't know what I'm supposed to do from here. I signed my lease already. And my mom and my father both told me, you lost the job today. And I think that was one of the most powerful things I've heard to help me move forward. I got over it. I packed up my stuff. Dad, I'm moving home. Moved home. I worked at my mom's agency. And the more I was there, and the more I realized this is an industry that changes people's lives. It can change it for the better or the worse, depending on how you.
Well, I would say that the best way to start a business for teens is to start a business off of your passion, what you love to do. That's what me and Brandon always teach, because when you start a business off of what your passion is, it's really not work, because you have fun doing it. So it's like waking up every day to do something you love. You don't look at it as work, you look at it as your hobby. And so when you have a passion that you turn into a career, it instantly becomes successful.
Each and every last one of you can change your future. Snapshot, 13 years old, 14 years old, snapshot, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, snapshot. Within moments, high school will be over. You will be full-grown adults. Either you did your best or you didn't do your best. If you scored high enough on the ACT or SAT or you didn't. If you read those books you were supposed to read or you borrowed your homework from your friend. If you did what your parents told you to do or you didn't. If you did your best or you didn't. Snapshot. The next time you have homework you don't want to do it. Because it's not just about you. There's somebody coming after you. You are the future. Walk into your future role. Walk into it. You are the future. You are the future mayors and governors and presidents and CEOs. You are the future. You may sit down.